The one phone call you do not want to get is the one saying that your son has been in a terrible accident. Kevin was only 20 years old. He was a labourer on a building site. A forklift truck crushed him to death. It was driven by an untrained driver.
We were just leaving Manchester Royal when a vehicle came in with an emergency. The patient was having a cardiac arrest. He was about 30 stone plus. As I was lifting the stretcher to the height of the trolley, I felt my back go. It was a muscle ripping.
I had a call from a farmer's wife one evening. Her husband had been acting aggressively because he'd been under so much pressure. She was concerned about herself and for her children. I said it was vital to talk to someone about it. It's too easy to suffer in silence, and who knows where it might end up.
I was working on some guttering about 12 feet up. The ladder was positioned on a slope. I leaned over to reach the last bit and the ladder slipped. I broke my femur in my left leg and I've been off work for 8 months.
The loss of earnings, everything. With 4 children, it's affected our whole way of life.
I was trying to save time.
Basically, there was a lack of safety equipment. There weren't any nets. But we just got on with the job. I stepped up from the guttering onto the roof. I remember falling, then nothing, until I came round in hospital. Now I'm paraplegic.
I slipped badly on some wet leaves, just inside the hospital where I worked. I injured my right leg that time. A few years later, I slipped again at work. It was on a wet vinyl floor. This time I fractured my right ankle. I had dozens of operations and my leg was first amputated below the knee and then higher up. I'm very positive about the future. I've got a baby now, but things would have been better with just a little thought.
That day there was a blockage in the grouting machine which I'd tried to unblock. The cement mixture sprayed into my eyes. The pressure knocked me 6 feet into the air. I lost the sight of my left eye and suffered burns to my face.
I worked on maintenance in old buildings for most of my working life. 3 months ago I was diagnosed with a tumour on my lung. At that time we had no idea how dangerous asbestos could be. Now we know.